If we want to grow the smart green economy, we need many things. We need more capital going into the economy and more people. We need smart green people joining this exciting and very important challenge and industry. And this man is a professional in terms of smart green recruiting. Conrad Ess of Green Technology Staffing.
Yes, hello. So it's me standing between you and the lunch break, and we hope that we can give some added value for you having some knowledge about recruiting. Recruiting in startup is definitely a special thing, and we are known for recruiting just for green technology, only the engineering side, only the technical side. Well, right now we are 10 people in Mannheim and have about 350 positions to fill in engineering. So I think we have some experience that you might be interested in. And well, we have the Energiewende. We all know that. And that brings even more demand for green technology engineers. Just some good news. You know, our CO2 emissions in Germany, we went down from 1990 from more than 1,200 million tons to less than 1,000 tons. And renewable energy, we just had a report from the government, saved 126 million tons in 2011. That's quite good, I think, and we're on the right way. On the other hand, we have Fukushima, what makes us say, well, we have to hurry up a little bit because all the nuclear power plants will be shut down. There's also some cost involved. You know that it costs about 500 million to 3,200 million euros to build back a nuclear power plant. And in 1990, the power plant in Greifswald, the nuclear power plant, was shut down. But there are still 500 people working there. Just to see how can we get the mess out. So here we are, green technology. It's a great community here. If you look to your right, if you look to your left, give the man next to you or the woman next to you, give him a nice handshake. We all care for green technology, and what is very important is that we all have this attitude. We all say it is important, but we have to share it more with the people that we know that are not within the green technology. And if you want to attract talent, or if you want to get a green job, we have to think a little bit, how do the other people who are not involved, how do they see it? And I had a very interesting interview this week where a journalist was asking me 2 questions, and I thought, wow, because he asked, hey, can you tell me, is it possible for people to get a green job without a Greenpeace membership or without a Green Party book? I said, of course, that's, I mean, we're in green technology and that's a science. We're not Scientology. So that shows a little bit that when we are inside here, we all have these shared values, but we have to give them a little bit outside. And the other thing he was asking me, he said, well, it's rather obvious that there are a lot of jobs in e-mobility right now. There are a lot of jobs in wind power right now, and there are a lot of jobs in solar and photovoltaics right now. But is there something else going on where somebody who wants a green job really can do that today? And I asked him to go to to Ecosummit this year, because from the 52 startups that we have seen, or we are about to see, I think it's about 25–30% that are in solar or in e-mobility or in wind power, and there's such a lot more going on. So we have to continue waking up others and continue telling everybody what is going on within the green technology. Now let's come to the real detail. Is there a lack of technology experts within green technology? I think so. And we see it every day. And we got some discussions in the media going on whether perhaps that's even wrong, based on some numbers that they calculated. But I can say, on our profession, we are dealing with a lag. And how can we deal with that lag? We have a pretty old picture here saying, look, we got the candidate on the one hand, he's looking to make a career. And we got the big corporation on the other hand saying, well, perhaps I can offer you a job. And within that company, there's an HR department, like a human resource department. And this human resource department goes for the war for talents. And I think that's not the way we should look at it anymore. Why? Because today a candidate is really something very valuable. And the mindset of the candidates has changed. And especially for green technology, these are candidates that say, hey, I want to make a difference. I want to do something to save the planet. And I want to do something that I'm passionate about. So we see that we have not just a smart green economy, but also a passion economy. And the funny thing is that all this runs through all ages. It's not just the Generation Y, the fun generation, people who say, well, I'm more interested in doing what I really like. I'm more interested in making a difference, and several of them, they even take jobs that are less paid, just to say, I do what I really like to do. And we sometimes have candidates, we offer them a job, and they do an interview, and they say, well, that's a great job. It's a better compensation than I have now. I'm becoming in a management position now. But I will refuse it, because what I'm doing in the other job gives me much more. It's much more what I really want to do. And this passion economy is something, we have it not just Gen Y, also in Generation X. A lot of my former university colleagues are now saying, well, I do something, and I don't care whether I get a little less money. And we have some very experienced people, aged 50, 55 plus, calling in at us and saying, well, you know, I'm very experienced, but can you give me anyhow a way into the green technology? And I don't care too much about the money. So what does it mean for you if you want to hire people? What does this shift mean for you? How can you, when you are on the road, you know, I'm here, I got my startup, I want this way, I know exactly where to go. How can you attract such individual peoples? And it's these candidates, they often are very educated, and they want to know. They want to know, how does it feel to work for this company? how sustainable is that company really. They want to know what's the strategic plan of this company. Where do they want to be in 5 years? So the whole transparency is really something that, that you have to take in mind. And with the social media, it's very easy to, for them, it's just a mouse click to write an email to one of your employees and ask him, hey, I see you work there, I want to work there too. Can you tell me a little bit whether that's really all like it sounds on the website? And you can, of course, you can use all these media to communicate about your company. And I think that's something that you really should do. But you have to watch, because everything in real-time media, when you type in one wrong word, it's out. It's out to the crowd. So the communication in real-time media, that's really a very thin line. So let's get down to the practice and to the practice and see what can you do when you want to hire somebody. And I want to take just one thing and ask everybody of you, please, if you want to hire somebody, go to your websites and look, how are my jobs described? And think about it, the headline is one of the most important things, because the headline is the things that all the job meta crawlers, all these job engines, they read it. And if this job posting says, I want a process safety engineer, then you should add that it's for offshore and it's for wind power. And just the headline has a massive impact on how many candidates will watch your job posting. And on the other hand, it's all about emotion. We rewrite about 70% of all job descriptions that a client gives us. Because we say, hey, it's written down, this is what you have to do, and this is what you should bring to the table. There's nothing about, this is what this company stands for. There's nothing about, this is where you can grow to when you enter our company. And a job description should be something very handsome. And there are books written about how to make a good job description. So, on the other hand, if you are a green talent, where can you go? What can you do if you have a certain degree? We were just starting a blog series about this to make a little bit of the connection. If I studied this science or this engineering, what are the possible green jobs that are out there right now? So when I'm an electrochemical, of course I can go to battery production for electric cars. And these things, we write them down a little bit just to give the people a little bit of a clue, where can I enter the green technology? And another thing for the ones that, I mean, most of you are entrepreneurs, but some of you are perhaps saying, oh, well, I will be an entrepreneur, but first I will take a regular job. If you write your CV, you know, a lot of CVs, it's just about gold mining. 5 years in 3 sentences. And for the engineering part, it's very important to point out all the technology you know. Because if you don't see, if you do not describe, this is the technology I used, how should anybody find you? You can load up your resume to Monster or something like that, but if a lot of resumes, they sound more like a description of a strategic consulting company. You know, very wobbly, but nothing where you can really say here, this is what we need. So these were the insights from the recruiting side. And I now wish all of you a great lunch break.